So the GW690III, it is a fantastic camera from Fuji. In fact, it's brand new to me, and I already know how fantastic it is because I was able to fix it. This video is actually going to be a very brief description and a very brief tutorial on how to repair the same issue I had, which is with the shot counter and the advanced roller. If you're a bit unfamiliar with cameras like this, well, they are fully mechanical. So if you have one, before sending off for a £300 quoted repair, maybe try and give this a go. First and foremost, you just want to get inside the camera and see what's wrong. This may look daunting and all these bits and parts may scare you, but trust me, it was just that one spring that I was having a problem with. The rest of it, you don't need to touch. All you do is take off the top. A word of caution though, removing the 4 screws on the outside of the top lid is simple. Flipping it up, on the other hand, do be delicate and do be careful. You don't have to remove the hot shoe to get to this camera. Be careful not to tug on the wiring for the hot shoe, as it does easily snap. It's quite fragile. I accidentally snapped my red wire here, but it is a simple fix. Nothing that a bit of soldering or just wrapping it around the metal contact won't fix. So to demonstrate to you what was causing the problem with my camera and why it was double framing, you can clearly see it here. As I was pulling on the advance lever, the film wasn't advancing the film counter evenly, skipping from time to time, meaning that the shutter would prime too early. However, this fault was remedied if you held the gears in contact with the shot counter gear. This could cause you to overlap a centimeter of a frame or an inch of a frame, losing absolutely loads of real estate on this 6x9 camera. This view is a slightly better one to give you an idea of what was happening. As you can see, the gears are in fantastic condition. None are broken, none are snapped, there's no hard wearing gunk in there causing a problem. Just grease that helps the mechanics continue on their path through life. And there you go, that spring, yeah, the spring. So did you catch it? Here you go. I'll zoom in and enhance for you. This is the spring that was causing all of the problems, and in my eyes, it just looked as if it had lost its tension over the 30 plus years this camera had existed for. Basically, as the film was advancing the film counter roller, the friction of the gears was enough to actually push the gear mechanism away from each other. Basically, these gears are held together by another spring, which was perfectly fine. You can sort of see it there in the bottom pointing away from the camera. But as you turn the gears, the friction would push the other gear mechanisms away. Not good enough. Why this one had lost its tension and none of the ones though, I'm not quite sure. Now, when attempting a repair like this, I strongly recommend the help of a paper clip, some small tiny jeweler's pliers, and a pair of tweezers to help you really grab these springs. As you can see, they're wrapped around a post that keeps them in contact and keeps them strained. You need to make sure you remove the top one first, which is attached to the advanced lever mechanism. When all things are said and done, this is the spring size at the end of the day. It is absolutely tiny, 3mm wide by about 8 long. My advice from what I did was be generous with how much you choose to remove. That's right, we're going to start cutting and removing things away from this. It is the only real way to re-tension a spring. And because this spring is 30 plus years old, it's not a memory spring. There's no way you're going to bring this back to brand new with just some hot water. You have to be delicate and you have to start cutting. You also can't easily buy this sort of size springs. Trust me, I tried. And if you try to use slightly longer ones or bigger ones, if the wire is too thick, it will actually stop the mechanisms from turning. So chop away until, after lots of practice and attempts, it starts to actually advance the film correctly. For reference, because I know this guide is not full of the best and most helpful photographs, I just took what I took when I was repairing it and thought about this video after the fact. I removed about half of the spring's full length in total. That's what I had to do because the spring was very soft and was very flexible. But once all that's said and done and you've cut away at the spring and you've actually got the tension exactly where you need it, that's all you had to do to fix the problem that I was facing. And you'll know because when you start to use the mechanisms with film inside, it will actually start to advance the counter evenly. Now, I do have evidence to show you exactly what I was talking about. So here you go. Here's before, and as you can see in this, the photos have actually overlapped. There's a sort of line here where you can see where the photographs have overlapped. That's about maybe ½ an inch. And then over here, it's even bigger and even worse. Compared to after, when we've done the change and we've actually fixed that single individual spring, the spacing is perfect. And it is even across all of the cuttings. I've just had this pre-cut already. So I hope that helps you out, because at the end of the day, the reason I'm even making this video, even though I know it's not as good as it could be, or maybe should be, is because there's literally no help out there for this problem. I looked high and wide across the whole of the internet, including Reddit. There you go, I fixed it myself. It is always best to get things seen by a professional, but do remember, these cameras are 30 years old. You have access to technology which is far more advanced than that. And back then, these were made with mechanical operations. Mechanical operations are that. They are mechanical and they are simple. They work based on mechanisms that function one after the other in sequence. So keep an eye out for what's causing your problem. Share it down below if you don't know. Maybe I can help you. Thank you guys very much for watching. I really hope this helps. Go out there, take some wonderful photographs. I look forward to seeing them. Bye-bye for now.